everyone, and welcome. Let me welcome you to what I think is going to be a tremendous program for our members and for all of you, and I want to say thank you. As you know, the Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce has 110 programs a year. We won't go through all of them, but our Women in Business program, I think, is the best of any Chamber of Commerce, and we want to say thank you to Trish Sabulis, our co-chair, who will introduce our speakers. Give her a round of applause. And Dana DeFranco is our other co-chair. She was unable to be here today. Give her a round of applause. And most importantly, all of you, because this is what makes the Merrimack Valley Chamber the most awarded Chamber of Commerce anywhere. And again, with the 110 programs a year, somewhere between 7,000 people attend a chamber event in the course of a year, which is absolutely amazing. And someone asked me once, where did you put them all? I said, they didn't all come the same time. But this is an example of the programs we do. I want to introduce Michael. Michael's our vice president, coordinates a number of our initiatives. He's going to make a few announcements and introduce our host.
Good.
Just watch up with this line here.
Good afternoon, everyone. As Joe said, my name is Mike Bevilacqua. I'm the Vice President of the Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce. As Joe mentioned also, we have over 100 events each year, networking every other week, as you know. A lot of great programs coming up. The Merrimack Valley Chamber will keep you connected with success. We just want to say thank you all for being here today. I also want to thank our sponsor, the Savings Bank. But before I do so, Joe wants me to keep going on with programs. We have a great program in October coming up, which is the first time we're ever doing it, the Taste of the Merrimack Valley. It's going to be the DoubleTree in Andover. It's going to be a great opportunity to come out there, see some of the great food vendors in this area, the great restaurants on display. There will be sponsorship opportunities available. We expect it to sell out, and you'll be seeing those announcements shortly. So with that being said, I want to say thank you to our sponsor of the Women in Business Series. Year after year, they are one of the leaders in women in business support, the Savings Bank. And we have Allie here who's going to be saying a few words. So with that being said, everyone welcome Allie from the Savings Bank.
Thank you so much.
Hello, I'm Allie Houghton. I'm the marketing coordinator for the Savings Bank. I want to thank you all for coming out today. The Savings Bank has been a sponsor of this event for numerous years now, and we are very excited to continue again this year. So welcome.
Thank you. All right, Allie.
We're going to, they're serving the salad now. We have a great plated lunch for you. We'll have lunch, and then we'll call up our speakers. And again, we are really excited about having these two speakers. This is an example, I think, of the quality of people that work in the country, headquartered in Massachusetts, but also people that are well. And I want to say thank you to Pam. Pam from the Post-Gazette. Give her a round of applause. She helped promote this event for us in the Boston area. So everyone enjoy your lunch, and we'll be back in about 15 minutes or so. 18 minutes. Thank you all. I think all of you have been served, so we're going to begin our program in a minute. I just want to say thank you once again, and want to say thank you for all of you for coming, because this is, I think, a very, very important program. The Women in Business program of the Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce, we continue to provide. And by the way, just so you'll know again, we provide for anyone free business counseling either Wednesday or Thursdays at the Chamber building for women in business who are either thinking of starting out or growing their business. And we have two agencies that provide that free business counseling. So all you need to do is call Mary Beth. By the way, give the person that actually runs the chamber, Mary Beth O'Reilly in the corner, give her a round of applause. When Michael and I leave the building, we ask her, is it okay if we go? Isn't that true? And she actually runs the chamber, and we want to say thank you to her. I also want to recognize Stephanie and Nancy, who are members of our board of directors, along with Ann. Please raise your hand. They're members of our chamber board of directors. Give them a round of applause. Did I miss anyone? I hope not. Bill DeRosa is here as well. Give him a round of applause. It's shy. We want to say thank you. I hope I didn't miss anyone. I always do this. But let me tell you about our co-chair. Trish Sabulis is from Michaud Insurance. She's very, very active in a number of initiatives. and she's been a very active member of our Chamber of Commerce. She's the chairperson of the Executive Committee's Business Development Committee, one of the most important committees of the Chamber, and she's co-chair along with Dana DeFranco of the Women in Business program. So Trish is going to introduce our speakers. Before you hear from the speaker, we're going to play a short video. It's only a couple minutes each, and then at the end, we can take some questions, and then you're welcome to view the material that Sandra has brought, which is to my left. Also, there are books for sale that they've written, and they'll autograph them for you if you'd like, and they're giving us a special discount.
On the surface, she's the fashion and beauty queen of New England. And everything about Yolanda Salucci says that's true. From the white Excalibur to the white fur coat to the outlandish way she markets her fashion and beauty business. According to Yolanda, her wildest fantasies have come true. It hasn't been easy, but she wasn't looking for the easy way. She's called the goddess of glitz, and I think you can see why. Yolanda Salucci is not only a respected fashion expert, but the beauty counselor to thousands of women in New England. At her luxurious spa and beauty facility in Waltham, Massachusetts, glitz and glamour are center stage, and Yolanda is the leading lady.
I think most people that come here realize that I make a fashion statement. I say it as it is. They know that if they ask me, I will tell them.
How did you decide you wanted to do this?
Maybe from when I was a little girl growing up. I think I always fantasized as a child. I fantasized about women looking different all the time, about being any woman you want to be by dressing up.
However, it wasn't until she was married with children of her own that her life dramatically changed. At the age of 27, stress over her family's financial problems caused Yolanda's hair to fall out. Unlike today, it was difficult to find a natural-looking wig, and the one she did find was unsatisfactory. She styled it until it looked like her own hair. She began styling wigs for other people, and word of mouth started the wig business. Soon, wigs were joined by dresses, shoes, furs, a beauty salon, and health club. And well, the wig business that began in her bedroom has now grown to a $4 million a year enterprise.
For many years ago, women wore wigs as a fashion accessory, and people in theater that wanted to have something different. But today, with chemotherapy patients that really need wigs as a fashion necessity, it's become a very important part of my business and will continue to be for a while.
As you know, Boston has a reputation for being conservative. But Boston and all of New England love Yolanda. That is, now. In her early years, things were different.
Well, I think that it was an awakening. I think when people first saw her, it said, how dare she do this? It's never going to go. But we've been here 20 years, 25 years, and going stronger than ever, which means Boston loves glitz and glamour.
Yolanda also admits that her young daughters thought she was a bit overdone. In fact, when they were in grade school, they were so embarrassed by her outfits, they asked her to drop them off at the corner, not at the school's front door. But being outlandish is part of Yolanda's strategy. The more outrageous she is, the more customers she attracts.
Yolanda, fashion statement.
I think fashion is fantasy because women love dressing up. Women love to fantasize and dream. And I think if we take that away, there's nothing left. We have to be able to look toward something. We have to fantasize.
Make your fashion statement at Yolanda, Waltham.
The public sees many sides of Yolanda Salucci. There's Yolanda the businesswoman. Yolanda schmoozing with celebrities. Yolanda wearing outlandish clothing. Yolanda driving the streets in her Excalibur. But there's a side to Yolanda few see.
Yolanda's first a wife and a mother, above all, and a daughter to a wonderful mother. Those three things first are in my life. But all of those people in my life have helped me become the woman I want to be. They've allowed me to be my own person. My family has supported me in projecting all the fantasies that I had as a little girl and wanting it to come to life for other women. I think it's a very special time for women today that that they do a good job, and they have something for themselves. I think we have to reward ourselves. Not enough women reward themselves in the right way for special things they do. And I always felt if someone doesn't reward you, then I think you should reward yourself.
I'm not sure I have to say too much after that, but I will do a quick introduction. So I am so excited to introduce Yolanda. She is known internationally as one of fashion's most influential contributors to the bridal and formal wear industry, as well as philanthropist with a devotion to charitable causes. After 50 years in business and a successful career, she now does a weekly TV show and is a personal shopper for executive women. She has now added author to her name since she has written several books, one about her life and business and 3 children's books about her daughter, Linda. The 4th book will be coming out early fall, and they can all be purchased on Amazon. So I am or here, right over there, at a discount as well. I just want to note, they are more expensive on Amazon. So with that, I am so excited to introduce Yolanda Solucci.
Wow, did you see those shoulder pads years ago in that suit? Woo! Overpowering, huh? Like everything. But thank you for asking me to come today. I'm delighted to be here. And we're going to leave, Sandy and I decided would leave a lot to questions. The videos, both videos, will give you a brief idea of who Yolanda's was and still is. But at least we'll tell you a little bit about ourselves. I never meant to be a businesswoman. I was just married to a handsome young Italian stud who was the best guy in the world, who really was instrumental in making Yolanda's who it was, because I would dream of things and he would do it. Whatever I asked, he'd say, "You're crazy," but then he'd do it. And that's what became a very successful business. I was fortunate to have 2 wonderful daughters, Sandra, who's here today, and Linda, who's looking down from heaven tonight. The books I have are about Linda. I'm now an author because how I dealt with Linda's loss was to write about how adorable she was and what fun she was as a child. So the books I have are children's books about Linda, and she also was instrumental in my career as being my lead model in all of my shows at Merrimack Valley, at Exeter Hospital, everywhere I went. North Shore Music Theater, we did a show there with Bob Mackey, and Linda was the lead girl with Bob. And so the books are about Linda. They're called Lindy Lou and all her adventures. So I hope you'll enjoy seeing some of those, and they are available. But I'm here to answer all your questions about business, because all you women out there are in business. And it's a tough time for women to really be in business today, because we're fighting uphill all the way. Even though we think we've achieved a lot, we still have a lot more to do. So I'm going to turn it over now to Mr. Bevilacqua so that they can now introduce Sandra's, and we want to leave questions available for you to ask.
Thank you.
We're going to show the video.
And then Trish will introduce.
It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that bling. Bling looks awesome. It sparkles and shines. OMG. It's so easy to dress a dog because they don't talk. I love it. They're my favorite customers. And you get licks and kisses when you're all done.
It's adorable.
Oh, Jeanette, it's gorgeous. This is every little girl's dream. Awesome. You're the best. You want us to bling toilet paper? I don't know. I think I've heard it all now. You like Cinderella? Yeah, like Cinderella, when you go home and go to sleep, all the little birdies and the elves are going to come here at night and they're going to decorate your dress. I have a great group of girls we call the Blingettes.
Oh my God. Yes, glue.
The girls actually put the stones onto the dresses.
We're definitely the last step, and it's a lot of pressure because we put glue on these already expensive clothes. Like if you put glue in the wrong spot, it's done.
I don't want you chopping off your fingies. My whole life I've loved glitter and bling. Like if I was a kid and I saw myself doing this in the future, I would be so happy. I'd be like so excited.
The girls all went to design school and they all have their own style. Some girls are better at applying design onto the fabric. Some girls are better with little stones. I dole it out to whatever girl I think can handle that project.
Sometimes Sandy can be a little bit tough.
And what do you want done with the shoes?
Fade this, do these to match. Fade this, pack the heel. Done.
All right.
She's constantly coming by and like looking over her shoulder, like making sure it's right. And it's a little bit intimidating.
It's great because they're young and I have their opinions.
It's a good environment. We're all friends. Go.
My kids are cool. They're real hip.
Oh my God.
As you girls would say, they're sick. This is gonna be real fun. This drag queen came. His name is Adam, and he does a show. He wants a gown with a slit up the leg, with a sexy, sexy fitting.
Oh, nice.
I'm thinking if we built real peacock feathers into it all the way, and do like a big peacock collar, and then do a hairpiece that's all peacock feathers.
Perfect.
He does this big show. You guys, if you want to go, I could find out when it is. Sounds like fun. Yeah, we can all go. It's so fun. I know, it'll be fun.
All right, well, we got a deadline to meet, so go.
Hi! Dorothy, go ahead.
All right.
Crystal's shoes coming up. Oh, and I forgot the fascinator. Something minor.
Oh, shit.
Adam almost passed out over those shoes.
I'm glad she had me sit down because I almost hit the floor.
So do you want to go?
Yes, I have to get padded.
I've got boobs. If you have your own boobs, that's great too. If not, you can use your boobs and my boobs together. Oh, I love it.
I want to make babies with you.
All right, now stop looking at yourself. Get it off. I gotta put stones all over it. Fast, fast.
Okay.
Thank you.
I am worried that it's not going to be tight enough at all.
You want me to take out another inch in the back?
Yep.
Well, when you make it too tight, what happens is all your flesh falls over the top.
I'd rather be able to cinch it tighter.
I'm here to please, and I'm just gonna cinch it up. Hi! Look who's excited! You gonna jump up and down? Come on, we'll go put it on. We'll surprise Mommy. Come on. It's perfect. It's so perfect. Charlotte even came over and gave me a hug. How cute is that? I made this little girl her dream dress.
Thank you.
Thanks for making it look so good. Oh my God. Look at the baby. Are you crying happy? Yes, yes, yes. Thank you.
So what sets Sandra Selly apart from all other designers is her remarkable design intuition and fashion courage. Many have referred to her ingenious pieces as gown art. Her works are a mix of unconventional style and novel creativity, with touches of architectural innovation and attention-grabbing bling, which I think we all saw right there from that video. So again, not so much for me to say here, but I am again so pleased to introduce Sandra Selly.
Thank you. Hi, and thank you so much for coming on this rainy day. I don't know if you'd all show up if it was nice and sunny. You might have had something else to do, but thank you so much. Really, we're really honored to be invited. My girls are happy today. They don't have to work. The wine is here today. My design assistant, who honestly does most of that work. We have 18 girls total, and Wina directs it. Sometimes we have a $600 dress, and sometimes we have a $20,000 dress. So once you put the crystal on, it's not coming off. So you have to be really careful what the project is and what the customer is, asking for. But I really was raised in this business, obviously, by a mother who sprinkled rhinestones on our cereal and wore feathers around the house. a funny, quick story is I came home one day as an adult, and my mother was in the garden with a veil on and a crown. And I said to my father, "Why is Mom in a veil?" And he said, "Because it's our anniversary and I forgot. She's been wearing it since breakfast." So this is where I come from. She punished him into the night and wore that veil and crown through dinner, through breakfast, while she gardened. She never took it off. So she's always been the ruler in our house. She is the queen of bling. I'm just the princess. But I got a lot from my mom. And I'm going to cry. It's the truth. My business acumen, my sales, everything I learned from my mother. My father owned a construction mechanical engineering company. And my father was a brilliant man who only went to the 8th grade and built a massive company also. So I come from creative on my dad's side because he could literally take a hanky and make you a bathroom. I mean, the man was brilliant. And my mother was more of the business side. So I'm really a lucky girl. I got both. Seriously. My dad, like when I'd have a school project, anything that was a school project, you had to build something. My mother would say, "Go ask your father. Just don't even bother me." So I had a project once in the 4th grade. And I said to my dad, "I need a book cover." And he covered it in paneling. Now, whoever's young doesn't know what that is, but it weighs a ton. So I come from really creative and business parents, and I think my business acumen has totally come from that. Yes, I went to design school, but they gave me opportunity at 15 years old, and I am almost 67. So it's 50-something years ago to go to a program at 15 all over Europe to different design schools. And it was in the summer, and they looked at me and said, "We can't afford this." And it was $66 a month for 3 years. And I traveled to 6 countries, and I studied at Dior, and I studied at Emilio Pucci, and I was in Sweden and Denmark at Berger Christian and Furs, and it was the opportunity of a lifetime. And when I came home at 16, I just looked at my mother and said, "This is what I want to do." And I'm a lucky girl. I get up every day, not to say there's no aggravation in business. You all have aggravation in business. But I can't imagine doing anything else. And I don't plan on retiring anytime soon. Thank you so much. And we're going to open it to questions.
Be careful of that edge.
Yeah, I see it.
We're going to take the microphone off, but I just want to say one word. When I met Yolanda at an event near the Boston area a couple of months ago, and I said, "Jared, do you remember when you spoke to the chamber?" She said, "Yes." I said, "Would you come back?" She said, "Absolutely," without even hesitating. And I said, "Well, I'd like to have your daughter come as well, because my wife, who's right there, Tony Ann, 43 wonderful years, did I get it right? Was in the bridal business for 30 years. She started watching Sandra's show. So I've had to watch it as well, because, whatever your wife wants, you have to do. So I said to Sandra, I said, would you come and speak?" She said, "Absolutely," never hesitating to speak. And I'll tell you, they are the nicest people, and the work they do is absolutely astounding. So if anyone has any questions, please ask the question. I'm going to pass the microphone to them, and Tricia can moderate if it gets out of hand. So who has a question for either one or both? Yes, Karen.
So you talked about, I can't imagine the pressure of working on like a $20,000 gown. Can you share a story or two about something that could have been an absolute disaster that you had to navigate and resolve?
I could be here all day. Years ago, I had a girl spill glue on the middle of a dress where stones don't go, right before the customer came. And we had to call her. We didn't tell her that. We told her the fabric didn't been right or whatever, but we literally ripped the whole front out of a dress. It cost a fortune. At the very beginning, when we started doing stones, someone spilled a Red Bull literally all over a white top. I had to throw it was size in the truck. We just threw it in the truck. There was no way to get it. I mean, you can't get it out. We could bleach it. We could try anything. It won't come out. So we've had problems, but honestly, creatively, it's easier than doing like alterations at Yolanda's because if you have a problem in a dress like that, you don't have the fabric, you don't have the supplies. With us, it's a creative option. So we can say, oh, maybe we'll add a little panel here with a little more crystal, or we have our ways of getting around it. And we are not covering it up, but we have a way to make the design. Sometimes things happen and it gets better. So, but if you do look at the merchandise here after, which is not for sale, it's just samples. Wina Gonzalez will be there. She's my top girl, unbelievable. She's best. If you have any questions about rhinestoning or you do any of that at home, she's the one to ask. If she knows everything about it.
Another question? Yes, way in the back. Luz.
Hi there, my name is Liz Fraser. I own my own company. It's been 18 months, and it's called Lumano. My question is, tell us about how many times did you want to quit, but then decided, you know what, one more day, because it's not an easy thing to be an entrepreneur, and I could really use some advice when it gets hard. How have you overcome it?
There's many times you want to quit, but then you meet such wonderful people. And everything to do, I don't know, is your business to do with design and fashion? What is it to do with?
It's I do leadership development and coaching.
Okay. So when you have some students that you've taught in the past and you see the results and you're so proud of those results, you want more. And you never have enough because that way you're helping somebody all the time. And it is going to happen. There are times that someone's going to get you so upset. But then you realize there are so many wonderful people that you have helped that you've got to be there for the others. Because you love what you do. Or you wouldn't get into it. So you got to have a passion, a strong passion, because that's what will get you through. You'll never quit. No, I can tell.
Listen, every day I'm going at it hard.
Another question over here, Ann.
Well, full disclosure, I know Yolanda from my days of what and I grew up in Waltham, but I knew Sandra, and I knew Linda, of course, and Dan, the solution wrestler, the best guy ever. It's more of a comment. When my brother got married, my mother said, I'm going to Yolanda's. I am going to Yolanda's to get a dress. And I said, well, my grandson wants money to spend. She said, it's okay. Take it. So we go there, and Yolanda helped. I don't know if she remembers, but she helped my mother so much and spent like 3 hours picking a dress. And then, oh, you can get this earrings. And so it's not about the amount of money that you spend. It's about your passion with people. And I think just thank you so much for that, because like it still comes through with you, and Sandra, of course, your passion for helping you. So thanks.
Thank you, man. You know, truthfully, I used to say to people, because we're known for high-end clothing, not to be afraid to come and look and come to shop. Because there was always something. Even brides, we used to take a dress that was really made for just a special occasion and turn it into a bridal gown by doing something special to it. Even back then, the Sandra was starting out. I remember she came back from New York and would add things to it and made it look like a very expensive dress. So it wasn't about the price. It was about the love, the making something feel special.
Great, congratulations. Any other Yes, Michael.
Note that
and you notice he's all in white.
Isn't it? Yeah, that's as pretty as me. Thank you.
I hope that's it. Much of people's privacy is important, and the number of people that you dealt with in your life. What stories can you tell about some clients that were your favorite that you can say, stories, or none of them?
Oh, no. We had a lot of private clients who we kept secret. I had a lady from the North End who always came shopping and bought beautiful clothes, but she always carried her money in a brown paper bag, like she was going grocery shopping. And that's where her money was, and that's where she wanted me to put the dresses. And I'd say, in the bag, it's going to get all wrinkled. She said, I don't want anybody to know I came here. I just wanted the brown paper bag. Don't give me a longer shopping bag.
That's very
Sergeant, go ahead to that.
Yeah.
So I a lot. I mean, I work for a lot of brides, most of the brides, things like that too. I think people know me for the gypsy show.
I work a lot for Irish Travels and Gypsies, yes I do. But I have to say my Irish Travels, which will never do that show, all own businesses and the most lovely people. Most of them are Irish, they're Catholic, they're just great people. If I go down there, they blow me their car, they drive me around. I mean, they treat me like a superstar. And I have to say, I think the show makes a lot of these people not look like that, but not everyone's like that. Like we're Italian and we're not in the mafia. It's the same thing. I mean, but I have really nice customers. I have to say, honestly, we've never really had any problems.
Great. Thank you. And another question? Yes, Stephanie.
Either of you, what trends have you seen change from the 80s to now, bridal, etc.? Bigger weddings, smaller weddings, more play, less play?
No, they're doing both. They're doing both. It depends on the individual. But I do see a lot more relaxed weddings because of the cost of the wedding. I even see them dressing down a little. Yet Sandra and I see all the time. People that still want lots of crystals on their dress and they want it to sparkle. I mean, it's still both. It's just the price points are very difficult for people today.
Same with it.
Yeah, I mean, I get a lot of brides, money-wise, that will call me and the dress might be really high. And I suggest to them, why don't you find a dress that's simple? And then you can pay us $600 or $1,000 to put the crystal on it. You don't have to spend $800-$500. I mean, there are ways of getting around it. But she's right. Even my own daughter got married, and she wore a gorgeous sheath. It was beautiful. It was bling on the top, but that was her on the couch saying you need some rhinestones. Because my daughter lives in New York City, and she's very plain, but she did wear a little bit of crystal. But she's right. And then she didn't want a veil. And she's sitting there saying, these girls don't even want a veil. I said, Mom, it's a different look. They just are more laid out, And then she wanted a white leather motorcycle jacket with Fox to go over it, which was gorgeous. But I called Swarovski and I ordered crystal zippers. And she looked at the two of us and said, I want a motorcycle jacket. I want cool zippers, So I still have rhinestone zippers in my office.
Yes, any other questions? Yes, Gia.
So I've been watching. I've been listening to this great podcast. It's called Wiser Than Me. Julia Louis-Dreyfus is the moderator. And she speaks to women that she considers so wiser than her and older than her. And she ends the podcast with asking everybody, if you had to go back to 21, what would you tell yourself? So, Yolanda and Sam, what would you say to yourself at 21? Oh, 21 years old? Yeah, that's a long way from me.
Actually, I got married at 21, and I think I did all the right things. I know I married the right guy. As I said, he let me anything I really wanted. He'd first have to say, you're crazy, and then he'd go along with whatever I really wanted. So I was a pretty lucky girl at 21 years old, and had a chance to expand, to be myself. I always wore crazy makeup. I always had my own sense of style. I wore a hat nobody else had a hat on, whatever. But he never said a word. He always said, she look good. That's what she look good. Never said, why are you wearing that? What are you doing? So I think I'm probably a little, I think maybe I'd like to tell more women, do what you want to do, and they'll love it.
Great. Sandra?
At 21, I was traveling the world working for somebody freelance. So you gotta remember, I'm 60, almost 67, and back there, telling this to the kids, we didn't have the internet, we didn't have video chat, we didn't have any of this stuff. So you had to go to Hong Kong, you had to go to Italy. And when I look back, if you ever told me there'd be this much access today with the phones, I remember doing work for people, and they would want to see pictures of something we did, and we would copy them on the copy machine and overnight them in an USPS envelope so that they could see. Now we have the camera phone and everything. So I think at 21, I never would have imagined it would be this much easier to do business because it's a lot of access, and I don't think I ever would have thought I would be doing what I'm doing because I majored in menswear, believe it or not.
Another question? Yeah, do you have a question, Karen?
Did you have a personal business relationship with Don Matthew, direction?
Yes.
We became very good friends. In fact, almost all my gowns I wore for shows, my most extravagant pieces. One of the things he used to do for me is when he did his big shows in New York, the pieces that he made that were not saleable and ended the show with a bang, I would purchase at the end of the show. Because once he did his New York show, we didn't need it anymore. So I said, how much do you want that? They said, okay, if you want it, we'll make sure you get it. And I always did that. We had a great day. I was backstage with him. I was front row and center. And we were actually kept exclusive for many years. Very fortunate. Then we ended up at Motion and Spin. We like one show. It was so much fun.
So we've got time for one more question because what we want to do is we want to give you an opportunity to go and look at the materials and accessories and also to purchase some books at a discounted price. And once again, I think you realize how important these two women are and how well received they are because they're just regular people who are they're true celebrities, but yet they care about you. So one more question and then no more question. We'll adjourn to the signing of books. And let me just say thank you to our sponsor. Let me say thank you to Lawrence Community Access Television who are filming this and will be sending this out all over the world. I want to say thank you also to the Eagle Tribune and give Bassam a round of applause. That's Bassam. He just finished remodeling this new facility here. And we're coming back here on September 6th, the annual Women in Business Conference, which will be keynoted by Congresswoman Laurie Trahan, and a panel of women business ladies will be here. And then we'll be back here for another event that we haven't even thought of yet. But we're always thinking of some things. But I just want to say once again, thank you to the two speakers. Thank you to our moderator, Trish, she's fantastic. But I want you to know again, there wasn't a hesitancy when I asked both of them if they would come and speak. And again, it's just, I think, a tribute to all of you.
One day. I'm just Katie from Walfield. She's just Yolanda from Walfield.
We are not celebrities. We're people that work and love what we do, and we're sure to love what you do. And if you don't, do something else. Because like my mother used to say, do something you love, because you gotta work anyway, you might as well be doing something you love.
Thank you. So we're gonna be over here if you want to sign, if you want a book. If you like the book, just go to my left. And again, thank you all for coming and have a great day.